nanoCAD 21 is available as a standalone, capable 2D and 3D design program. nanoCAD 21 is also a platform on which you can add the modules that help you get your work done better. There's a construction module for AEC design, Mechanica module for mechanical design, a raster module for working with scanned raster images, a topoplan module for working with digital terrains, and a 3D module that adds advanced 3D to nanoCAD. nanoCAD 21 comes with many features, and so when you start nanoCAD, there's the full list of what's new in the welcome dialog box. There's even a handy print button if you want to print out the what's new list as a reference. nanoCAD 21 adds the ability to be able to select objects in lasso mode. To do this, hold down the left mouse button, drag to the left, and the selection window turns green, indicating crossing mode. That means everything within and crossing the lasso is selected. Dragging in the opposite direction towards the right is windowed mode. So only everything that's completely inside the lasso is selected. The right mouse button can now convert one or more entities into a block. To do so, select them, put the cursor over one of the entities in the group, hold down the right mouse button. Notice that as you drag, a copy is dragged. When you let go of the mouse button, you get options. You can either move it here, copy the entities here, or paste them as a block. When you choose that option, nanoCAD 21 turns the selection into a block. The lengthen command has been modified so that it can lengthen both ends of open objects. Let's start it with the dynamic option. Choose an entity and then drag to show the new length. Notice that both ends are getting longer. The way you move your mouse now determines the direction an arc is drawn. Let's start the arc command, pick a starting point and a center point. And now when I move the cursor in one direction, the arc is drawn in that direction. If I move the cursor in the opposite direction, it is moved in that direction. The function of the control key still also operates, so press down the control key, move slightly, and the arc is reversed. The locator is excellent for changing the viewpoint of 3D models. Hold down the Alt key to be able to rotate models in their current viewpoint. Hold down the Alt key and click a point in the locator. Normally during grips editing, when you grab a grip, the entity moves. But now in nanoCAD 21, if you hold down the Control key, it makes copies. When you select a spline, you can edit its shape using fit points. And there's three options: to stretch the fit point, add another one, or remove it. Now in nanoCAD 21, when you tap the Control key, you switch between modes. There's the remove one, there's the move one, and there's the add one. When it comes to publishing a set of drawings, sometimes you don't want to print all of them. Now in nanoCAD 21, you can hold down the Shift key to select a range of drawings, or hold down the Control key to select individual ones. nanoCAD has an interactive undo system, so when you click on the down arrow next to the undo button, you see a list of actions you've carried out so far in this editing session. And when you move your cursor over it, nanoCAD highlights the changes. nanoCAD 21 now has the ability to group a number of undo operations as a single undo. To do so, enter the undo command, and then notice the new begin and end options. I'm going to type in BE for begin, and now make a few changes to the drawing. I'll repeat undo and enter the end option. I'll look at the list of undo operations, and you can see group of commands. By selecting that, all those operations between the begin and end are undone. nanoCAD 21 adds undo operations in other parts of the program. Let's go to the View ribbon and then isolate some objects. I'll choose these lines here. Press Enter, and they've been isolated. The other objects are hidden in the drawing temporarily. Now I can use the new Undo Isolate command to go forwards and backwards between the two modes. The Match Properties command now has an undo option for when you are assigning properties. So I'm going to select this cyan colored line and then choose this as a destination object and this as a destination object. On the command line you can see the undo option. When I type U, the last object whose properties were changed revert back to their original state. Perhaps the ultimate undo is oopsing when you close a file you meant to save first. This can happen when you're closing a whole bunch of drawings that are open in nanoCAD. So nanoCAD 21 has a solution for that. Go to Options, open the node at Save Documents, open up File History, and then turn it on. It'll save up to 5 versions of any drawing that's being worked on for up to 15 days. The reason you turn it on is because this can take up a fair amount of disk space. Click OK, and now use the Open History command to access them. Notice that they're saved in a folder called Unsaved Files.